Hello friends, welcome back. See this table student. This table student has 7 columns. Roll number, name, gender, guardian ID, guardian name, guardian age and guardian profession. Right? So these are the 7 columns of this table student. The primary key of this table student is roll number. Right? Now see this first row. What this first row specifies? It specifies the person whose roll number is 23. Name of that person is Alex, gender is male, his guardian ID is 173, his guardian name is Rambo, and his guardian age is 52, and his guardian profession is doctor. Now what I have done, I have decomposed this table into 2 tables, student and guardian. Right? This table student has 4 columns: roll number, name, gender, guardian ID. Right? Roll number is the primary key of this table, right? And guardian ID is the foreign key, right? Now see this table guardian. This table guardian has 4 columns, right? GID, name, age, profession, right? Now GID is the primary key of this table guardian, right? Now see the first row of table student. The first row specifies that the person whose roll number is 23, his name is Alex, his gender is male, and his guardian ID is 173. Now see the first row of table guardian, right? Now it specifies that the person whose GID is 173, his name is Rambo, his age is 52, his profession is doctor. Right? This table student contains information about a student, and this table guardian contains information about the guardian of student. Right? Now see this column GID. Right? In this column, what we have stored? We have stored the guardian IDs. Right? So name of this column is a GID, but the value, what value is stored in this column? These are the guardian IDs. Right? So and see this guardian ID is the foreign key of a table student, and GID is the primary key of table guardian, right? So if we want the complete information about a student and his guardian, then what we will do, we will use this foreign key, right, to relate the student with his guardian, right? Now see this second row specifies the person whose roll number is 24. The name of that person is Yolanda, right? And the gender of that person is female, and her guardian ID is 231, right? Now I want the information of guardian of Yolanda, right? I want the information about the guardian of Yolanda. So for that I need to access the guardian table, right? Now see here in this row, the foreign key guardian ID, its value is 231. So this value 231, right, will be matched with the values of GID, right? Now this value 231 is matched with this second row, right? In second row, the value of GID in guardian table is 231, right? So in this second row will give the information about the guardian of Yolanda, right? So in second row you can see that GID is 231. It means guardian ID is 231, right? And the person whose means GID is 231, right? His name is Mugambo, right? So the Mugambo is the guardian name of Yolanda, right? And guardian age of Yolanda is 54, right? And the profession of guardian of Yolanda is tailor, right? Now in this tutorial we will learn how we can specify the foreign keys. We will create these 2 tables, student and guardian. First I will create the table guardian. So in SQL, what I need to do, I need to write create table and then name of table, that is guardian. Now in this table guardian GID, right, the column name GID, right, and then in this column I can store only integer values, right, and the values in this column can never be null, right, because GID is the primary key of this table guardian, right. Then I will specify that this column name GID, right, this column GID is the primary key of this table guardian. Then another column name is name, right, so then I will specify its type, right, so the type is varchar, right. Then another column name is age, right, age should be integer, right, and then profession, right. So in this column what value can be stored? Only text values, right, so I specify varchar. So I have created this table guardian. Now I will create the table student. Right, now in table student the roll number is primary key, right, so I specify this column name roll number, and in this we can store only integer values, right, and since it is a primary key its value can never be null, so I specified that also not null, and then I specify that it is a primary key. Then another column name is name, right, in this text value can be stored. Another column name of this table is gender, and in this also text value can be stored. And then guardian ID, right, column name guardian ID, right, in this only integer value can be stored, right, and it is a foreign key, right, so its value can never be null, right. Then I will specify that it is a foreign key, right. To specify that this guardian ID is foreign key, I will use this keyword foreign key, right, and then in parentheses I will write the name of column to which I want to make the foreign key. So here I'll write guardian ID in parentheses, right. After that I'll write the keyword references, and after that I will specify the name of table, right, which is referred through this foreign key, right. So through this foreign key we will refer the table guardian, right? And then in after the name of table guardian, right, in parenthesis I will specify the name of column of table guardian, right, whose values will be matched with the foreign key, right? So in a table guardian there is a column named GID, right? Its values will be matched with the values of the column named guardian ID, right, when we have to access the information about the guardian of a student. Then I will close the parenthesis, then I will use the semicolon and I will execute this query, right? Now this table student has been created, right? Now I will enter the values in this table, right? First I will insert a row in table guardian, right? So insert into, right, then the table name guardian, then I'll write this keyword values, and in parenthesis I will write the values which I want to insert. So for first column, that is GID, for that I will insert the integer value 173. Then for column name I will enter Rambo, right? Then for another column age I will enter the integer value 52. Then for next column of table guardian profession I will enter the value doctor, right? Now this value has been inserted, right? Now I want to see this table guardian, so I'll write this query select star from guardian, right? Now see this table guardian, right? The values have been inserted in this table guardian, right? Now see, now I will insert the values in table student. So I'll write insert into student, right? Then I will use the keyword values, right? And then in parenthesis I will write the values for the columns of table student, right? First column is roll number, its value is integer, so I will enter an integer value 23 for that column. Then next column is name, right? Name, I'll enter name Alex. And then next column is gender, right? So the gender is male here. And the next column is guardian ID, right? For this I'll write the integer value 173, right? I will execute this query, right? This query is executed, right? Now I will check this table student. Select star from right. Now see this table student, the values has been inserted. Now I want to insert one more row in this table, right? So what happens in that row, the value for column roll number is 34, right? And the value for column name is Lex, right? Gender is male, right? And guardian ID is 273, right? So when I execute this query, I will get an error, right? Now what is the error? This error says that it is a violation of foreign key constraint, right? So what is this foreign key constraint? Now see this student table and guardian table, right? In a student table, guardian ID is the foreign key, right? And this foreign key refers the column GID of guardian table, right? Now what happens when I insert a row in table student, right? Then I will insert some value for guardian ID also, right? And if I insert that value for column guardian ID, right, which is not available in the GID column of table guardian, right, then I will get an error, right, because it is the violation of foreign key constraint, which is also called referential integrity constraint, right? So whenever I insert a row in this table student, right, then the value for the foreign key, right, must be available in the column of another table which is referred by that foreign key, right?